Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Annie, and today we are doing a very late monthly wrap-up. So it is for the month of May, which it may or may not have been like 10 days ago, but to be fair, I filmed this video and it just disappeared. Don't know where it went. Wasn't on my camera, wasn't on my SD card, so I have no idea what happened, but we're just gonna redo it. So let's get right on into it. Okay, starting off with the first book I read, X's and O's by Amy Leah, and I rated this a 5 stars, and this book was so cute. Trevor, is that his name? Let's see, yeah, Trevor, he was so hot. Like the butterflies that this man gave me, amazing, amazing. Sometimes the main girl, Tara, she was a little bit extra and like really annoying. Like I feel like she created a lot of problems for herself that weren't necessary, but she was entertaining. And like I kind of felt like I could relate to her a little bit, not like the extraness. That sounds so dumb, but not the extraness part, just like her just being kind of a hopeless romantic and just, I mean, obviously bookstagrammer and all that. So I don't know, it was a really good book. Something else about this book was it was so funny. Like I was literally laughing out loud. I would just be reading it and then I'd just start laughing out loud and my mom would be like, what are you doing? And I was like, it's just funny, sorry. But yeah, so this book was really good. I really recommend it. I liked it better than Set on You, which I was surprised about because I heard a lot of people like Set on You better than this one, but I enjoyed this one more. Next, we have a book I did not like. My least favorite of the month. It pissed me off so much. It was 2204 Hunter Lane. I DNF'd it with like 60 pages left maybe. I hated the main guy. Time for my rant, guys. Okay, so basically he would drunk drive every night, and want to know what makes it worse? Yeah, it gets worse. He literally drunk drives every single night, and on top of that, his mom died from a drunk driver. Like, I'm sorry, but that is just not okay. It just makes me so mad. How dare him do that? And then he was so mean to the main girl. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one morning he woke up and he started calling her like sweetheart and everything. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, this is so weird. Like, oh, this book was just not it. It had potential too, but like the main guy was just the worst dude ever. I would never go for someone like this, ever. And no one should go for, like, he was like a piece of trash. The next book we have is Indigo Eyes by Maeve Hazel, and this book was really good, but I wasn't expecting it. Like, I thought it was just gonna be like a cutesy little romance, but it said fake, because it says fake dating romance on the front, so I was like, okay. And then it actually turned out really sad, like really sad. But the main girl, she deals with anxiety, so I liked reading about that because it was kind of relatable. I mean, I don't have it to the same degree that she does, but it was definitely something I could relate to. And I really liked Elias in this. He was super sweet, but it is a really short book, and I wish it was kind of longer just because I felt like the end was just so rushed. Like, I feel like the sad thing happened and then the book was over, and I was like, hey, I kind of wanted more though. Like, I think it would have been better if it was longer, and I would like more details in the beginning too of Elias and what was her name again? Don't even remember her name. Why doesn't it say? Let's see. Ava? Why is it all Indigo? I'm so dumb. Indigo.
What did you say?
I was trying to figure out her name. And it's on the front of the book. I was literally looking through the entire book. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend this book. Okay, the next book I have is Damaged Like Us by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and I rated this one a 4.25, and I loved this book. I loved being back in the Addicted universe. It was so amazing. I loved seeing Muffy as like a grown man. Like, that's crazy to me because, you know, we all read him growing up when he was little and everything, and then now he's a man, and it was crazy seeing their celebrity status. Like, oh my goodness, I did not expect them to become that famous. Like, that was crazy to me. It was really fun seeing Lily and Loa's parents, like, and just like the way their kids think of them, because they were like main characters for me. in their last book, so it was just weird to see them as parents now. And Mafia was such a sweet guy. Like, his heart is the best, and I love just the found family and all the Cobalt kids and the Meadows kids and the Hales, just all the kids as cousins, and it was just so fun. I loved this book. The next book we have is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and I rated this one an infinity stars. It was so amazing. It was my favorite book of the month, and I loved everything about this. It's small town, it's, you know, the girl's from the city and the guy is from a country, and I literally thought it was so cute. It was giving what 2203 Hunter Lane wasn't. Like, it was everything that that book was striving to be. This book was amazing. I loved every second of it. I read this book in a reading vlog, and I'll put that up right here, and so you could go watch that too. And I just loved this book so much, and the boy in this book is probably one of my favorite book boyfriends. Do I remember his name? No, but Daniel, he was so cute. I would definitely reread this book, and after reading this I went and bought 3 other Abby Jimenez books. I just need 1 more after that, and I am going to read, I'm probably gonna do a reading vlog of her books, of Life's Too Short and the Happy Ever After playlist, so be expecting those. Keep an eye out. But yeah, this book was everything, and I definitely think you should read this if you like romance books at all, like any type. You would like this book. This next book, I'm very proud of myself because, well, I'll get there in a second, but the book is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, and I rated this one a 4-star. And you guys, I guess the plot twist, be proud, be proud. That's like insane. Like, I feel like I didn't guess the exact plot twist, but like I guess who, you know, I guess not like the little details, like I'm not gonna lie, that'd be impossible to guess, but I guessed who, and I knew it from like quite early on in the book, so I was really proud about that. It was really good and interesting. I was never really bored at all through it, but the only thing was it just wasn't like crazy to me. I was expecting the craziest plot twist ever, and I literally guessed it. Like, I don't know, it was just not the best book I ever read, but I really did enjoy it. It was good, and I liked the mystery, and it was just a fun read. Peep nerd. Come here, Murphy. This is my puppy. His name is Murphy. Do you like his mohawk? Love you. Hey, ignore him right here. We're just gonna pretend he's not right there. The next book we have is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith, and this book was so good. I rated it at 5 stars, and it was just so good, and I feel like it was just really important to read, and I feel like everyone should read it just because it brought attention to SA and just how it impacts someone and how it can really affect them, because I feel like a lot of people don't realize how serious it is and how that, like, those circumstances can change someone's life completely. So I thought it was really good. So someone in the comments of this book on Goodreads was saying that after, you know, getting sexually assaulted, she wasn't allowed to not be okay, and that she's strong and can fight it. Like, yes, those are all true, but at the same time, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to go through trials and like not and make mistakes, because it does affect you, and it is a real thing that you have to overcome, and it's not just an easy thing where, oh, you know, things are all better. Like, I thought it was a really good representation of that, but I mean, I don't think everyone has to be that way, but some people are, and I think that I didn't like that comment that much. Like, everyone can have their own opinions, but like, everyone can have their own experiences too. Oh, hey, Mer. The next book we have is Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering, and I rated this one. Tell me lies.
I have a boyfriend.
What do you mean?
You said tell me lies.
Oh.
3.5.
I rated this one a 3.5, and honestly this book was so hard for me to rate just because it was like so good, but it was super depressing. It took me so long to read it. It put me in like a slump, but it was still really good, and I tried to watch the show, but like, I'm just a book girly, not a TV show girl, because I got bored after the first like episode. because I already read the book. I don't need to watch the show, but I tried. It was, and the main guy was ugly, even though he's supposed to be ugly in this too. But something else, this is always in the thriller section in Barnes & Noble, and I don't know why. This should just be a work of fiction, because it is. I don't care what people say, this is not a thriller. But anyways, can someone tell me why it is perceived as a thriller? Because I have no idea. But it was just so heartbreaking, this story, and it was just really, really sad, and it just put me in like a depressive slump type of thing. Like I literally, it took me so long to read this book. The next book we have is Be Still My Heart by Emily McIntyre and Sav R. Miller. I rated this one a 3.5, and I literally, the first 200 pages were so boring. Like, I just did not care about the characters. I never really ever felt connected with them, but it was like a fun book, I guess. I liked the vibes, and it was like interesting later on, and I liked the mystery aspect, but I literally guessed the mystery right from the start. Like, it was so obvious to me. Like, I don't even think that was like me being smart, like with the silent patient. Like, no, I think anyone that read this would definitely guess the mystery and the plot twist and everything. Like, every single plot twist I just saw coming. I was like, The end was pretty heartbreaking, and it did make me sad, but like, it just wasn't, it didn't give what it could have, but it wasn't like bad, you know. I don't regret reading it.
John Logan mentioned 3 times.
That's my favorite book, Boyfriend. So the next book I have is The Chase by Elle Kennedy. I rated this one a 3.5, and it was so, like, I just loved being back on the Briar campus. It was so fun. I love Elle Kennedy's writing. I will read literally anything she writes. This book in particular was not my favorite of hers, but John Logan was mentioned 3 times. As you all know, John Logan is my favorite book boyfriend. He will forever and always be my favorite book boyfriend. And anyways, that had nothing to do with the book at all. But, you know, he was mentioned. Like, that's amazing. But Summer, in the beginning of the book, she was really insecure about herself and just thought that she was very not worth a lot. And so it was really nice seeing her progression throughout the story of her realizing that she was valuable and she was smart, and she just didn't think of herself that way in the beginning. So that was great. I really enjoyed seeing her growth through that. But I did not like how rude Fitz was to her. Like, I would not stand for that. I would not go for him. He did not treat her nice. He talked bad about her. I did not like that. But I feel like at the end he kind of did like a 180 and then became nice to her all of a sudden, was like a perfect boyfriend and whatever. So, you know, it's a work of fiction, so, you know, whatever. But it was just a little unbelievable. The last 3 books we have is the Bright Side series. Look at how cute these books are. I love them on my shelf. It looks so pretty. And the first book is Bright Side, and these are all by Kim Holden. And this I rated a 5 stars. I have a reading vlog on it. It'll be right up there. But I cried, so if you want to see me cry, I don't know, I did that so violent. The next book is Gus. I rated this one a 4 stars. I feel like it was definitely needed after Brightside. I loved Gus, and I really liked this book.
You thought he was hot.
It was a little bit boring at some parts, but like mostly it was good, and there was such good quotes in this book. Like, I would love to reread it and then annotate it. I think that would be awesome to do. And also, Gus was very hot. It might just be a little bit biased because my boyfriend's name is Gus, but I still think he was hot. Maybe I just like all Gus's, but it was a really good book, and I feel like there was great life lessons in this book, and just, you know, I don't know how to say it without spoiling anything, but just read the series. So the next book is Franco, and I rated this one a 4 stars, and it was really good. But I just feel like, I know it's a novella, I'm just not a big fan of novellas, but it felt a little bit rushed, so I would have liked it if it was a little bit longer. But I loved Franco. I write little notes on my phone so I can like remember when I do my monthly wrap-ups, and I wrote that Franco was hot and that Gus was hot. So clearly Kim Holden knows how to make men that I like. So I loved Franco, though he was such a kind person, and I would definitely date Mr. Franco. He was very, very giving and just caring, and I just loved that. The book The book was a little bit boring at times, but it was still really good. And also, I love seeing Gus and Franco's banter in this. It was really fun. And also, the girl, the MC girl, she was from the UK, somewhere over there, and it was fun seeing the way she talked and stuff, because it was just, I'm sure I know some of you guys are from the UK, so you probably think I talk like different or whatever, but it was fun to see. But yeah, so I definitely recommend the Bright Side trilogy. It is so good. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment below any videos you want to see me do, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.